front door. This. They don't show you the details ever. It looks really beautiful in the pictures. No screen. So you need some kind of a screen. I don't know. That might have something to do with the thing inside. It's got nice lighting. This is nice. They called it out for being, I don't know, right here. They called that out. So I have to deal with that. They called out these poles, all of them. I don't know why. They're saying they have fungus. There's fungus among us. I don't really see any problem with these poles. So I don't really know what they're talking about. The roofing job, they roofed and just drove nails right through the wood. It's really bad right here. So that's probably gonna have to be cleaned up, covered up, so it looks nicer. So much debris. They never clean their gutters. Not very smart people. You went and paid for a whole new roof, and then you don't even clean your gutters. Paint peeling off in places. I don't know, they called out every single pole. Oh, look at that. This might be the problem. That one has to be replaced. For sure. But they're calling all the poles out probably because that one, they're just assuming they're all bad. Ooh, I don't like this color. Oh. There's the controller for that. Oh, maybe it's not the one that I think it is, because the white leaves are there, but I've seen a similar plant. It's invasive. These are all the sheds. You know, this one, it's on concrete, and that one's on concrete. So I think what happened is they had that one and this one done professionally. Pretty sure. I don't know what they were using this for, but seems like I could just tear this down and it would just be fine. This one's nice. The doors work. It's clean. It's really clean. This was such a pleasant find. You just don't find in fixer-uppers. You don't find. It's sheds usually. I wasn't expecting any of them to be usable. This looks like, I don't know, maybe they had chickens. Oh, looks like a dog. There's a water ball. There's a water ball. Oh, so they kept their dog in here. There's the hole the dog was trying to get out. So, I don't know. There's fencing and everything. You know. I don't know what this could be, but, you know, I either have to tear it down or turn it into something that makes sense. It's just, it's nice to have, but it's just so crappily built that sadly I'm gonna probably just have to tear it down. Lots of cut wood. It's like they chopped their own trees down and used them to put in the old stove. But it's nice. If they've been chopped down a while, they're dry, which is great. They had some kind of a fire pit here. I don't know why, because they have an official fire pit. More wood over there. The sun comes up over here, and I'm really into sun in the mornings. And as you can see, the house doesn't really get any morning sun. So that's a problem for me. One of the main reasons I was going to build a deck was to be able to sit out on it and get the morning sun. These stairs are all going to go, and there's going to be a deck here. Most of the time, if you keep your deck under 200 square feet and no higher than 30 inches, but I don't know if that's possible. This is a lot more than 30 inches. So we're going to have to pull a permit. I don't know what's in here. I thought maybe it would be storage or something. There's the rest of the chimney. There's literally nothing under here. There's all the plumbing. Here's the sewer for the toilet in the master. Here's the plumbing. So that's what's got to be extended so that I can move the sink. This is interesting. What have they done here? What is this? There's like a towel here or something. I don't know. Were they just playing? It's like pajama bottoms. I don't know if it was soaking up water. Here's an arrow. Oh, that's deep. So yeah, I mean, this never got unwrapped, or the wrapping, the plastic's coming off. I don't know. I'm confused. It looks like the wrapping was put on it to protect it. So, you know, there's like a door, the latch, you can get in here. So I'm not really sure. Like, okay, all those posts have been called out to be replaced. A lot of like vines in here. You gotta get rid of vines. Creeping vines. No good for house. Barely staying up. Not sure what was here. It looks like they tore something down. Anyway, there's like a steep, I don't know, cliff right here. And this lock, which is open, thank goodness. Okay, look at this. Here's our HVAC system. Hopefully it's, obviously they checked it out and they didn't call it out for not being up to code, but that's all that's in here. It doesn't look like anything else is in here. So, this is HVAC. Ah, this might be where they can tell that the floors have gone bad in the bathroom. Yeah, I'm not going in there. You know, there's some things I will do, but there's fallen insulation. So I'm gonna have to get a quote and see what they say about that. All right, little chair here. That is junk. You ask to have all the junk removed, but it doesn't get removed. Huh. This is interesting. It's crooked. I'll have to do something here. Make some steps or something. And put a gate in right here so that you can go in the backyard from this area. But yeah, I can't get through. That's not good. Whoa, this is so steep. I'm gonna crawl through here. Oh God. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what this is. Oh, I see. So they put bricks down, and the kids' playhouse was on top of this for the daycare. What is that? I asked that all the play equipment be removed, but they put a lot of effort. Like, look at these. I mean, it's like they built a sidewalk to nowhere. It just ends. Maybe for watering purposes. It is so hard to say. But I like all the concrete that was put in. Somebody really took a lot of time. Nice fire pit. It's a good place to sit around and cactus. That one's dying. There's some vine holders that are old and need to be thrown out, and that needs to be thrown out. Iris and more cactus. I don't know, these aren't doing too good. They look like they're dead. This too, some kind of an herb. It looks like maybe they planted a couple herbs. I don't know. Look at this. Jeez. Beautiful. That might be a very overgrown peony. Somebody cared at one time. Some of these are well kept. Look at how well that's maintained. Whatever it is. Not really sure about that. This, ugh, what a mess. I like cactus though, but I don't know what the rest of this vine thing is. This looks like sage. So I can sage the house tomorrow before I officially move in. Ugh, that's terrifying. Obviously, they have a problem with wasps. A lot of these trees feel overwhelming to me. This bush, I usually take these out. I'm not a fan. But that requires wrapping them with a tow and yanking them out. That tree needs to be seriously cut back. Trees to me are always a problem. And so they need to be managed, or it's just overwhelming once they're not properly managed. I don't know why you would let this grow like that. It doesn't make too much sense. So, you know, all the vegetation has gotten out of control. This is the fence, completely broken, totally useless. And apparently, this is something I was not shown in the pictures or ever told about. I don't own this land. And this person's got all their junk on it. And they don't live in state. It looks like at one time they may have... Oh. He might own all this land over here. So they've talked to me about contacting him. You know, look at all these old cars. It's basically a junkyard. So, okay. That was not good. But at least I can get the information about it and give it to my buyers so they know what's going on, because I certainly didn't. sign that says private property. I got mixed up and went on that road yesterday. It was terrifying. Couldn't turn around. All right. So none of this land is mine, but this is my road that I have to drive on to get in and out. Technically. But, all right, so this is the other way that she was talking about. This is a problem road, though. So I'd have to fill that. And I'd have to fill this because this is obviously, I can't drive over that every day. So something's got to be done here. I was thinking about buying a bunch of rock pebbles and just filling that because that's really the worst of it. Some of this is pretty bad. It just gets torn up. There's definitely some interesting folk here that gives me a bit of the off-grid vibe. Oh yeah, this is not good. You have to go completely sideways. So, that is road management. But she said that she thinks I can go that way and nobody's going to care. Because everybody's doing it. And then it leads to the main part of town up here, which is the actual road right there. So it's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. Now look at all this dirt. That dirt would be great filter. I wonder if they put it there when they dug this up. But certainly digging into that to fix this road would be fabulous. It's a lot. These are the surprises. This surprise was quite the surprise, actually. I know none of this is my land. It's not my responsibility. But if I have to drive over it every day, I'm feeling this for sure. All right, then we've got this over here. Oh, these plants. Cactus are pretty healthy. Not sure what this was about right here. I saw this. It makes no sense. Got this bush in the way. There's not even any access to it, so it's like a secret garden. There's no steps. Very odd. Oh, look at this. Okay, here's the entrance to the secret garden. That's pretty funny. This could be the area where we have our sun soak in the morning. Oh, very interesting. What was this? A greenhouse? I don't know. A lot of pots. This is a good sun soak area, though. Look at that. So this is where you can get water. Rough. I don't mean like the dog kind of rough. I don't mean like bark. Oh, rose hips. I'm sure there's many medicinal plants. There used to be something there. Just gotta figure out what they all are. Get rid of all the junk plants that have no purpose to serve. Look at this rock outcropping. How cool is that? I love rocks. Not sure. Huh. Man, I would have loved it here if I was a kid. It's like your own little secret world. It's like a room. It could be, there's your table. There's another table. There's chairs. Oh, it's so cool. You can tell somebody made some sense of this at one point in time. Eee. Everything's just overgrown. So I don't know if these people inherited this land from their parents and just didn't take care of it after that. You know? Oh, I just got stabbed by a rose bush. But there's overgrown rose bushes everywhere in this area. So at one time there was a nice rose bed. Yeah, and so we're back around to the dog pen. There is another pen type thing behind the, I'm not sure. It looks like maybe that was 2 dogs or a goat. I'm not sure what this was. They may have had the idea, you know, with the daycare to have animals like goats and things that, but it looks like more than just a dog was in here. See that metal thing, and there's like a salt lick down there. So I'm thinking this was a farm animal of some sort, like a goat. Maybe a miniature pony. I don't know. It's gone now. No evidence. So yeah, a lot of just rough ideas. So rough. So much organizing. Anyway, I have some friends who offered to do work on the land if I need it, which I very well might. Because all those logs, I can't lift those. I'd like to organize every single log and put it all in one place. Look at this beautiful, magnificent tree. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's hard to tell what's living and what's dead. A lot of redwoods. Magnificent redwood. Right in my own very backyard. This utility pole is a bit frustrating. It wires from there all the way over to the neighbor and just runs on the side of this tree like that. I don't even know. Like, yeah, they put it in there and then it goes down and across my fence. So that's very ridiculous. I don't know who you call out for something like that. That is just... There's the kind of deck that I want. They have a jacuzzi that they never use. Alright, so that's the tour. This is what I'm dealing with. It's a lot. This is my first house I bought cash. Most of the time I have only been buying mobile homes. They're easier to fix. They have less problems, less serious problems. So I always knew my first actual house was going to be challenging. And this is the house that I chose to do it with. So, there's the chimney up there. So what we have to do is make it desirable. you know, but truly desirable, where I'm not hiding anything like they did with me. They hid a lot. All the unpleasantries they did not show me online. So you would come here probably and be shocked. But the other reason I bought it was actually purchased before I got it. Not purchased, but it was pending, and they did all the reports, so I didn't have to pay for the home inspection and the pest inspection. They did, and they panicked after they saw the inspection reports, because of course they didn't say it was a fixer, which it is. This tree, you know, in the pictures I couldn't tell how close it was to the house, but it needs to be totally cut back from the house. You don't want a tree climbing towards your roof. What kind of roof is that? The roof. They have not taken care of it. So I've got to get up there and sweep and clean. Yeah, so that is what we have. The other thing I noticed was lots of different siding. Like when they did the garage conversion, they tried to match the siding, but they don't have that old-fashioned siding anymore. And then there's no siding here. And then there is siding here, which is yeah, this siding doesn't match that siding. And then this again. And this part of the house is, oh, it called me out for that, being caved in like that. This is the part of the house that's suffering with termites. So they could be coming in through there or down through here. It's interesting because there's a termite infestation, but there's no dirt. So the termites are coming from inside the HVAC room where there's dirt. So the treatment really just needs to be trenched under there. And these windows have to be replaced, but that's just 2 windows. You can see the roof's kind of cracked right there, but I do know that I think this is what they were saying, is these boards here all need to be replaced because they're rotten and cracked. I don't know what that is. It looks like some kind of maybe that's solar panel that runs that light.